High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Ghostin holds it in, he's gonna go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Ghostin, Colt, touchdown!
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Bauer finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Bowers, touchdown, Bowie!
Out of the stretch. Sky towards left center field. The wind is carrying it. Is it gone? It is! Jackson Irons with a 2-run shot over the left center field fence. He'll plate Wharton, and it's 6-4. There's still an insurance run that is about to get driven in on this base hit. Flores delivers the insurance run. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go! Patomeco with the pass. Mirario has a bit of a look. Shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Carnell Productions. Energetic Media Solutions.
Volunteers getting the final stretch and warm-ups in as they get ready to take on the Sam Houston Texans here in the south side of Arlington at Bowie High School. Zach Carnell Productions is going to bring you all Bowie Volunteer baseball tonight. You have Jot Holly on the call with Tim Costello to my left, and this is the Chapman Cornelius pregame show. The pregame show is presented to you always by Chapman Cornelius Insurance Inc., a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served over the Arlington area for over 50 years. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business needs and budget. Call April Chapman and Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. Tim, we're seeing the second of the two-head matchup between Sam Houston and Bowie. Last time out, Bowie got a 6-3 win to make them to pull themselves to 3-0 in district play, and they're 12-3 total throughout the early part of this season.
Yeah, Bowie's look strong to start the year off, right? It's early in the season, but anytime you rack up district wins early on, it's only going to help you later as the season wears on. So you like what you see there. You mentioned when we were talking before we got on there the explosiveness of this Bowie offense, and they've got some guys who can swing the stick at the end of the day, and they like to put runs up. You mentioned scoring 6 runs in their last game. I think it could be even more. Dare I say, they might reach double digits today.
Last time I was here, I got a chance to see Bowie last Friday. It was opening day for Bowie Volunteers at home this season. Jackson Turner, he went 4 for 4. He was out in the center field tonight. He's going to be pitching for the Bowie Volunteers. As always, you have the big bats in the lineup like De Leon, the catcher, who's got a good cannon. He's going to be in the running for District Defensive Player of the Year behind Jeremiah Taylor over at Arlington High School. They got Roman Garcia at first baseman. They got a lot of players out there. Tim, who go ahead and
You're mentioning all these players. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Jackson Turner's going to lead us off. You mentioned he's pitching tonight. Christian Uribe bats second, plays third base. Roman Ortega, the first baseman, bats third. Brody Ferguson playing right field, hitting fourth. Jason Wheeler in center field, hitting fifth. Roberto De Leon, the catcher, hitting sixth. Andrew Vega hits seventh, playing shortstop. Josh Caber hits eighth, playing second base. And Alex Rojas hits ninth, playing left field. For the Sam Houston Texans, you've got Sebastian De La Rosa leading it off in center field. Andrew Salgado is behind the dish, hitting second. Mark Ramos, the pitcher tonight, hits third. Coronado is your DH. He will hit fourth. Eddie Lagunas, the first baseman, hits fifth. Angel Estrada, number 1, playing third base, hitting sixth. Marcos Lopez hits seventh, playing short. Noel Lopez hits eighth, playing left. And Angel Estrada, numero dos, is playing second base and hitting ninth. So the Estrada cousins and the Lopez brothers make up the bottom 4 of the Sam Houston lineup.
While they get ready to take out this ceremonial first pitch from one of the Don Davis, he was one of Don Davis's employees, the top seller of the month. As Keenan, you're going to see Keenan throw this first pitch. They're going to step aside to get you a little pregame commercial. We'll be right back with Bowie Volunteer Baseball, presented to you by Zach Honor Productions and John Wade Roofing.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Back here at Bowie High School, Chapman Cornelius pregame show, and we got to see Keenan Clark,
Oh, he brought the heat, Jot.
Don Davis Auto Group, top seller of the month for the month of April.
February.
February. I'm a month
Hey,
ahead.
he might nail it in April, too. Who knows?
If
We'll
he-
see him again.
We'll see him again as we get ready to see these Bowie Volunteers take on the Sam Houston Texans in this Southeast Arlington rivalry. These teams just about 10 minutes down New York Avenue from each other. A lot of history. Not much history I can talk about, but I know that they're Arlington rivals. They're down the street from each other. A lot of these kids go to school with each other, junior highs and high schools. Barnett, Ferguson, Workman Junior High. All these kids intermingle at some point in time. You gotta go separate ways. You gotta play each other. They say you get to play each other in this opening. You get to play each other in this opening the opening rivalry. Next week we'll get to see Bowie. They're gonna take on Martin. Over on the other channel for Zach Honor Productions, Arlington High School, they're going to their second game with South Grand Prairie. They'll be at South Grand Prairie. Zach and Pops, they have the game. They'll get the call over there. They start opening first pitch at 7 as well. As you see the two coaches on the home plate talking to the umpires. Tim, is there anything you're excited about tonight? Weather, hot dogs, baseball, Friday night.
It's a great opportunity to watch another great game, right? We were treated to a good one last week. The wind not blowing nearly as hard, so maybe we'll see some long balls here today. Sam Houston's still searching for their first district win of the year, 0-3 so far to start district play. They only had one district win last year, right? So trying to find a way to get off on some good footing. The same way we mentioned that Bowie's done a great job of starting the year off hot. Sam Houston's kind of dug themselves a little bit of a hole here. So would love to see just some good play. Obviously, we're the Bowie home broadcast. We do want to see the Volunteers win, but we do call some Sam Houston football games, Jot. So don't want to see anybody go winless in a season.
Yeah, you always want to see a win. Last week when we were here, opening game last week at home, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, who was also pitching, Isaiah Henderson, hit a 3-run bomb over the 310 wall out in left field. So we might get treated to another home run tonight. You never know. The wind's blowing right to left. You see the Vernon Wells sign out in left center field. Vernon Wells will be here next week, folks. Come out, check out. They're going to retire his number here at Bowie High School. can go with the opening pitch. It's going to be a Rangers surprise for you. Nobody knows who it is, but a Rangers Hall of Fame surprise. Be here. Come out. Check them out. If you're not going to check them out, listen to us here at Zach on Our Productions. Tim and Zach will be here next week on the call with Vernon Wells. Vernon Wells jersey retirement night.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I love getting a chance to meet former Major League ball players. I've had an opportunity to interview some special players throughout my lifetime. I've had a 10 or 15 minute interview with Rafael Palmeiro, Scott Kazmir, Colby Clemens, Ryan Langerhans, Greg Golson, Tyler Matzik, but anytime you have an opportunity to meet a guy who played at the level that Vernon Wells did, played for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic, one of the first World Baseball Classics. It's pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a special night next week. Everybody should tune in.
I always deemed in high school Vernon Wells was one of the players you like to see, but when he came to town, I always kind of deemed him as the Ranger killer. He would always put up the great games against the Rangers when he played for the Blue Jays. Carlos Delgado was the one I remember put up more runs than anybody against the Rangers. Too bad he's not retired around here, but if we have a Carlos Delgado night, let me know because I got a lot of stories going to ball games with my dad, watching the Blue Jays always play here. Carlos Delgado, that was a definite Ranger killer right there.
Delgado was a fantastic baseball player. We were mentioning uniforms kind of look like the Mets. Delgado went to the Mets, and maybe spent a little less time hurting the Rangers once he was a New York Met.
As you see the Bowie Volunteers getting introduced onto the field. They're coming out. They're all blacks, black hats, black jerseys, black pants, blue numbers with the yellow trim around the numbers, blue letters, yellow trim around the letters. You see Sam Houston there lined up down the third base line. Their uniforms, red belt, red numbers, representing the red and blue. It's going to be a great game. Sam Houston, Bowie, New York Avenue rivalry here in South Arlington. Our production is going to bring you the call. John Holly, Tim Costello. We're going to step aside real quick while they finish the introductions. And when we get back, get ready for first pitch. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Bowie Baseball, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com. If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need ICA Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, ICA features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call ICA at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Welcome back to Bowie High School. That song you hear is Little Temptations. That means that Jackson Turner, number 5, the dangerous center fielder, the speedy center fielder, he's not playing in the field tonight. He's taking the pitching mound. And his walk-up song, My Girl by the Temptations.
Yeah. Get the custom walk-up treatment, the custom warm-up treatment here at Bowie High School when you are one of the select few on this varsity baseball roster.
Jackson, I got to see a lot of him the last few weeks over at Irving High School. Irving tournament. He has an RBI triple. Then last game he went 4 for 4 when I got to see him versus Grand Prairie here at Bowie. He's very speedy. He leads off this dangerous volunteer lineup. If he gets on base, be careful. He's liable to steal first, second, or third.
Let's take a quick look at this volunteer defense. Will go around the horn. Uribe at third, Vega at short, Tabor at second, and Ortega at first. Behind the dish is De Leon, and outfield we go Rojas at left, Wheeler in center, and Ferguson in right. One more quick look at the Texans lineup. It goes De La Rosa, Salgado Ramos, Coronado Lagunas Estrada, Lopez Estrada.
There are a lot of names very similar tonight. Hopefully we get the first names right. There's a Marco Estrada and Noel Estrada, two Angels on this team. It's gonna be a fun game. Bowie Volunteers versus Sam Houston Texans.
You mentioned the New York rivalry.
Again, fans, we want to thank our pregame sponsor, Chapman Cornelius. Thank all of our sponsors, Eka Signs, John Wade Roofing. Now let's get ready for some first pitch action here. Bowie High School.
Jackson Turner working from the windup, takes his first look at Sebastian De Leon, left-hander with an open stance. Kicks and delivers. One just a bit high, and we are underway. First pitch at 7:02 p.m. Beautiful 74-degree evening here in Arlington, Texas. Here's the 1-0. On the outside corner, called strike. Turner brings a 1-1. This one hit softly into right center field. That will be down for a base hit. Gets overrun but picked up by the center fielder backing up the play, and that's a leadoff single. De Leon gets things started for this Texans offense.
Good hit right there by Dave. Good hit by Sebastian De Leon from Sam Houston. That wide open left-handed stance, very Nelson Cruz-like. Good job driving that ball over the second baseman's head.
Brings up the catcher, Salgado.
Sorry for that. De La Rosa is on first base. Apologize for that. The writing for Sam Houston's coach was not properly legible.
First pitch is bunted but foul behind the catcher to the backstop. Strike one. You know, we saw last week, Jot, the trend of the moment you get somebody on, try and get him over. And the pickoff attempt had him leaning, but unable to take advantage. No balls and a strike, still showing bunt. This one high and inside. The throw to first, they have him, but no, the throw is low, and getting to second base is De La Rosa. Had the runner dead to rights, but the throw in the dirt, the first baseman, unfortunately, Ortega had to go down and get it and just couldn't make the throw to catch De La Rosa in time.
They're gonna give De Leon, the catcher, an error on that. An early error by the Volunteers.
So now a runner in scoring position, 1-1 the count. The bunt's still on. This one back to the pitcher. He does not look at the runner, so now a play at third is not in time. Great stop by the third baseman, Uribe, to keep this game scoreless early on. So a runner at third, nobody out.
They're calling him out at first on the fielder's choice. So we one away after the fielder's choice with a runner out third. Pitcher Mark Ramos has a chance to do a little help for himself. Get a run here early.
Infield plays in early in this ball game. First pitch fouled right back into the screen. Challenged him with the heater up and in.
Much like many of the other teams at Arlington, Bowie is looking for a third pitcher to have in their rotation. To go with Ortega, to go with Henderson. Jackson Turner, the speedy center fielder, can be that third pitcher as they get deeper into district play.
Breaking ball hit into the air. Playable, though, by the second baseman. He catches it, puts it away for the second out of the inning. Nice job there by Caber to take care of the soft infield fly. Wind has started to pick up a little bit, so it's not necessarily an easy play.
The flag's out dead center field from us, 375. They're blowing breezy right to left. Nothing too drastic like we saw last week at Arlington when they played versus Haltom. The wind brought the dust storm with it.
So now the designated hitter Coronado has a chance for a 2-out RBI. First pitch just a bit outside with the fastball. It looks to me, at least, that Turner's going to rely a lot on that fastball and hopefully induce some soft contact with the breaking pitch. 1-0, a little bit of a slider in there for a called strike.
Nice high leg kick by the righty, Jackson Turner.
Faithful seem to be a little bit late arriving, but piling in here now. The 1-1 hits him. Breaking pitch did not break, and Coronado just turned right into it.
It's not a good way to start the inning. You give him a single to start the game. You had the error, move the runner around. Now you have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Jackson Turner got to be able to find something to get yourself out of this first inning and leave the score 0-0.
Yeah, to say all that, though, but also you're still just a batter from getting out of this inning unscathed. So, as you mentioned, find a way to get out of it, buckle down, and get the out that you need. First pitch hit on the ground. Stop made by Ortega, and he puts it away for out number 3. So a 3 unassisted gets Jackson Turner out of the inning unscathed. We head to the bottom of the first. You're listening and watching Bowie Baseball on the Zap Network. We'll be right back after this.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Bottom of the first inning, Bowie High School Volunteers. We are still scoreless. Taking the mound for the Sam Houston Texans, Mark Ramos, right-hander. Let's go over the lineup one more quick time for the Vols. It goes Turner, Uribe, Ortega, Ferguson, Wheeler, De Leon, Vega, Caber, Rojas. Defensively, the Texans around the diamond, it's Estrada at third, Lopez at short, second baseman Estrada, first baseman Lagunas, left field Noel Lopez, center field Sebastian De La Rosa, and in right field, and I don't have right field because they don't hit. So my apologies there.
Look out for Jackson Turner. He's going to be your leadoff man for the Bowie Volunteers, your pitcher, usually in center field. He's got a lot of speed. He's not known to drop down a bunch of moving around, but he's liable to hit the ball anywhere in the outfield. He's got great power. Behind him, you got Uribe, who has a very good eye, good patience. Brody Ferguson's been struggling. He's batting fourth tonight out in right field. He was DHing throughout the week. Last time I saw him, he had struggled out. He went 0 for 4 and struck out 3 times. So look out to see if Brody Ferguson has a better game than last Friday when we were here. With the 1, 2, 3 hitters, that's the most important part of this Bowie lineup. But 1 through 9, they can base it anywhere they need to.
Jackson Turner looks to get things started. Ramos peering over the tip of his glove brings his first offering. Good looking heater just a bit low for ball 1. Ramos looks to work quickly. We'll bring the 1-0 pitch. That one just a bit. Actually does catch the letter high fastball. Strike 1.
Angle for us than last week at Arlington High. We're higher up behind home plate. We can see home plate a little bit easier this time.
1-1 fouled back into the screen very quickly, down 1-2 in the count for Turner. Trying to set the table and help himself early in this ball game. Wind has quieted just a touch. This one good eye takes the pitch high, 2-2.
Good job laying off that high.
Good opportunity for Ramos to maybe bury a breaking ball in the dirt after you change the eye level with a high fastball. See what he does at 2-2. It was that breaking pitch, but a good job by Turner to just get a piece of it. You see that fastball come out of the same window as where the breaking pitch starts. It's so hard to differentiate when you get up in this mile per hour range. There's the heater chopped right back to Ramos. Fields himself, takes a few steps towards first before tossing for out number 1.
Number 11,
Christian Uribe, the third baseman, gets things hopefully started with 1 out in the inning and nobody on. First pitch from Ramos nearly hits Uribe as he spins out of the way. Just chapped towards second base. Going to be tough play. Unable to make it. And that will be a 1 out single. It was Estrada unable to get the glove on it for the Texans.
That was a tough play for Estrada moving to his left. The ball just it bounced up, carrying between his arms. Wasn't able to get his hands together to bring it in. Good piece of hitting that's going to go as an infield, as a single for Uribe.
On first, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Ortega, the hitter, he hits this one well to the left center field gap. Wind might play with it, and it will be brought in. It was well struck, but unfortunately run down.
That's what we were saying during the pregame. These Bowie bats, they have a tendency to hit the ball deep. The 3-4-5 hitters, and Henderson, who's not playing tonight in the lineup, these guys are able to hit the ball out of the park anywhere they want to.
Brings up Brody Ferguson, the right fielder. Quick throw to first base. Barely getting back in there is Uribe. Ferguson, the old no batting gloves approach. I love to see that. I'm a big fan of the no gloves. First pitch is hit foul up the right field line. Out of play for strike 1.
One of the parents almost caught it. Another parent ducked it.
You know, it's a sad realization when you realize your dad's a guy who ducks with a foul ball at a Major League Baseball game. But it happened to me last year. This one hit high in the air, foul territory. Catcher and first baseman coming together, and it will be the catcher reaching out and putting that one away for the 3rd out. Salgado makes the play. So a runner stranded at first base, and we will head to the top of the 2nd inning, still scoreless in Arlington. We'll be right back on the Zap Network after this.
Page's Pretty Roots is a Texas-based small business where you can discover handcrafted treasures designed to nurture your body and soul. From custom t-shirts that showcase your unique style to nourishing sugar scrubs and moisturizers made with love. Whether you're looking for a fun fashion statement or all-natural self-care, you'll find something special here. Shop now and experience the magic of handmade by scanning the QR code or searching Page's Pretty Roots on Etsy.com.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Top of the 2nd inning from Bowie High School. It will be Estrada Lopez looking to get things started for this Texans offense. Turner ran into a little bit of trouble in the first, but able to work around it and keep this game scoreless.
Visit the Arlington ISD Athletics website for more information. Party Wells Night next Friday, March 28th. The pregame ceremony is at 6:40 p.m.
And if you can hear the PA announcers there, Vernon Wells Night, 1 week from today. Be there or be square, as they say, John.
Hopefully you all can be here. I won't be here. You'll be here. You'll be with Zach.
I will be. You'll be square.
I'll be square. I'll be the square in this situation.
Sam Houston, the third baseman, number 15.
Back to Back to the diamond. Sam Houston's going to come up to bat for their second time around. Second inning, I mean. It's going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Angel Estrada, number 1, is batting in the 6th spot. The first Estrada. There's 2 Angels Estradas in this lineup.
Something wrong. Grabbed the wrong catcher's mitt, it seems. Got the one that we'd like and get back in there. All right, Turner gets the sign he likes, kicks, and brings his first offering to Estrada. Fouled back out of play. 0-1. You know, last week I was re-listening to the broadcast. You and I had some serious concern for our vehicles, John, with some of those foul balls. That is no longer the case based on the parking situation here. It's just a touch high. 1-1 the count.
If any of the kids from Bowie or Sam Houston are able to reach my truck from where we're sitting at, where home plate is, I will buy you dinner. Because that would be an accomplishing feat, and that's an investment. Because you have a power to hit 312 down the right field line. That's about 330, 340 to my truck at a bad angle.
The 1-1 was a called strike. Misses with the 1-2 pitch. Runs it even. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the second inning. Turner kicks and brings his offering, hit right back up the middle. Line drive caught at second base. Nifty little behind the back pitch to the shortstop, but Caber puts that one away for out number 1.
Good play by Caber. Rolling to your right, keeping your eye on the ball, looking into your glove. Easy out number 1 for the second baseman.
So Marcos Lopez, the shortstop, hits with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch, a fastball, misses high. Again, we mentioned in the previous inning, it looks to me like Turner's going to rely pretty heavily on that heater today. 1-0, misses, no, check swing, palms down, says the first base umpire, so ball 2.
Interesting to see what Turner has in his arsenal to throw. He's done a lot of fastballs tonight. I know he's seen a couple of sliders, but let's see what else he has in there that he can fire out tonight.
It's one of those little sliders, catches the inside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. Again, goes back to that heater, can't get the call at the top of the zone, has run it to 3 balls and a strike, nobody on, 1 out. Top of the second inning in a scoreless ball game.
Danger of losing them early.
Called strike on the inside corner, went back to that little get-over slider. Maybe a bit of a cutter, I'm not sure what he calls it exactly, but good-looking pitch on the inner third. Here's the payoff. Chopped foul off the catcher's equipment and into the backstop. Good piece of hitting from Lopez to stay alive. Turner looking to work quickly, brings another 3-2 offering. This one hit into the air, but playable foul territory. First baseman coming over. Ortega loses the cap, but catches the ball for out number 2.
Good play by Ortega. Looked like he was losing it a little bit as the ball was coming down. Put his eye on it. Made sure he stayed with it all the way through. Out number 2. Good job.
That was a long run. He was playing deep at first base and caught that ball almost in front of the fence. Covered a good 30, 40 feet before getting there.
Now let's see if the junior Jackson Turner can get out of this inning. Leave a goose egg up there.
Well, Lopez, first pitch swinging, hits this one foul and out of play for a strike.
The second left-hander we've seen in this Texan lineup.
A few new baseballs being tossed back into play. I'll have to ask Yanni in between innings, but can they do bubble gum here for foul ball return?
Might have more of a chance than you did earlier.
He might get more back. First pitch misses outside for a ball. Oh, Sam's, you get that big thing of double bubble. Remember, I can check the prices in the app. 1-0, misses again. 2-0 the count. It's part of the lineup. You just got to be aggressive and throw strikes. Let the defense do the work behind you. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, tied him up a little bit. They call that a sword on the internet.
The Trevor Bauer special.
Yeah, how many swords can you get? Here's the 2-1. Chopped on the ground towards first base. Ortega feels he's going to take it himself. Race to the bag, and Ortega wins. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the second inning. We head to the bottom of the second here at Bowie. Still scoreless on the Zap Network. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana, aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Center fielder, number 15.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning at Bowie High School. Jason Wheeler looks to get things going for the Volunteer offense. Still a scoreless game. Looking to get something started against Mark Ramos. A right-handed hitter. Absolutely beautiful evening for baseball. 74 degrees, light breeze. First pitch just a touch inside for a ball 1 out of the right hand of Ramos.
Wheeler has a lot of speed for number 15. He plays out in the outfield, but primarily right field. He has a lot of speed out there, especially around the base pass.
Here's a little jam shot back up the middle that falls safely for a leadoff single. For the first time today, Bowie has the leadoff base runner aboard.
Batting 6th, the catcher, number 12, Roberto De Leon.
So that brings up De Leon, the backstop.
De Leon, in my opinion, just from the few games I've seen of him of tournament play and last week versus Grand Prairie, he is one of the best catchers in the district. He'll be in the running for District Defensive Player of the Year with Jeremiah Taylor from Arlington High School.
Pickoff attempt at first, not in time as Wheeler dives back in safely. De Leon was showing bunt before the pickoff attempt. Looks like he will try and sacrifice his teammate over and give the bottom third of the lineup an opportunity. No, he is not going to bunt. Instead, checks a swing, pitches low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and getting to second base is Wheeler. So a stolen base moves the base runner when the sacrifice is no longer needed. Now you think about maybe getting him to third with less than 1 out.
Good job by Wheeler. Heads up play. Once the catcher dropped the ball, he knew it was time to take second. Nobody was there covering it. Good job.
Mentioned the speed. He put it to his advantage. Now a big hole on the right side. Showing bunt and taking a ball high. That makes it 3-0. So De Leon, decision time. Do you still leave the sacrifice on, or do you just try and take a pitch here?
Look for that bloop single over first. First baseman's in.
Expecting that bunt. He does show, and he gets it down. It goes to the third base side. The throw goes to third, and the tag was high. I don't know there. Oh, a terrible tag, but they get away with it. The out is called. I think the foot got in. I don't know.
Quick bang bang play. We have the camera up here. I go back during the commercial during the halftime. During the inning, sorry. Too many halftime references. During the inning, I'll go back and check and see. It was bang bang play at third.
It was bang bang, but it looked to me like the foot got in as the tag was high. But either way, a runner on first, 1 out for Vega. This one hit out of play for strike 1.
Unlike Arlington High, there's no parking lot behind us. There's a football field back there, so plenty of room for the kids to go out and retrieve those balls with bubble gum.
But again, there is no gum, John. That's the sad part of this story.
That means Fridays from now on, Tim Costello is sponsoring the gum.
Ask.
Double Bubble, if you hear us, hey, we got you. Bring the Double Bubble sponsorship. Tim's got the gum for you.
Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Nothing into the count. 1 out, 1 on. Another breaking ball just high.
Good job laying off that pitch. It looked like it was going to be a strike from our position above.
Pickoff throw to first is not in time. Ties back in safely. All right, I want to know what I could get from my sponsorship of the Double Bubble promotion.
What you get?
You know, what do I get?
You get $5 off every double bubble.
Well, I'm a Sam's member. I'm already going to get a great deal on gum. Here's a ball lined out of play up the right side. I can get 380 pieces of Double Bubble for $10.
That will last you.
I don't want it though. That's the thing. I want to donate it so that you get more foul balls back.
That'll last you 2 weeks at Arlington High School. The way their fielding is. Here, you might not get as many takers because it's a harder trek to the football field.
1-2 pitch misses up for a ball. 2-2.
Oh, Bubba, if you hear us right now, we're going to send this to you. Tim Costello, look for him. He has you. Sponsorship ready right here at Zach Arnold Productions.
Here's a 2-2 swing and a miss. Comes up empty, chasing the high breaking pitch for out number 2. Now Josh Caber with an opportunity.
First strikeout of the night for Ramos. That was late in the second inning. Vega, he was looking for something a little bit more faster. Got an off-speed pitch, couldn't keep up with it, and swung right through it.
That was a pitch to hit, too. It was an elevated breaking ball. Those typically fly pretty far when you make good contact. But now with 2 outs and a runner on first, Caber gets his opportunity. This one, a hit and run was on, but fouled back out of play for strike number 1.
You can hear us, ball help. There you go, kids going, ball help. Nice night here, South Arlington. Bowie High School. Farthest south you can get before you enter Mansfield.
0-1. The pitch is just a bit low. Good looking breaking ball from Ramos, but doesn't get the call. Caber goes with the high blue socks. I wish more people want the high socks. I like it. Here's the 1-1. Inside, spinning out of there is Caber.
And if you can see, you might not be able to see on camera, but from our position down the third base line, the third base coach, Coach Crowd, is here at Bowie. High socks and stirrups. Very old school look.
He stops wearing stirrups.
Yeah, if he shows up not wearing stirrups, it's going to be a bad day.
2-1 pitch misses high, gets away from the catcher. Cruising into second base after the high. Wild pitch. It's De Leon. 3 balls and 1 strike. Caber with an RBI opportunity. De Leon will be moving on contact. Check swing, pitches low in the dirt. No one to appeal to, so Caber works a walk. 9-hitter Rojas with 2 runners on and 2 outs in the second inning with an opportunity to put his team on the board for the first time. Rojas playing left field tonight. Takes into that right-handed batter's box and pumps his bat up and down on his back shoulder. First pitch is high and gets away from the catcher. Heading to third is De Leon. Heading to second is Caber. That one, I think, is more of a passed ball. But either way, Salgado having a tough go of it behind the dish.
Bowie with runner on third, runner on second. Good time to try to get your first run of the game here for the Volunteers late in the bottom of the second.
Hit the umpire?
Oh, ball must have hit the umpire in the face. Hopefully he's okay. He waves off the trainer, got us some icy hot, manned up, icy hot.
I don't know if icy hot would be the best thing in this scenario. The icy part, yes, but if you're getting hit in the face, I don't know if I want hot.
Once you get the icy part first, you cool down, you
No,
warm up, you cool down again.
you can't get rid of the hot part. Here's a 1-0. Low for a ball.
Look, Shaq sponsors it, so I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, icy hot. It's just all on TV. Shaq's everywhere.
I mean, Shaq's got handy too. It's not the time for that. Pitch is hit on the ground to first base. Bobble tossed to the covering Ramos is in time for out number 3. So a 1-3 put out gets Ramos out of the second inning. We head to the top of the third in Arlington. We'll be right back after this.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Romy Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
PDA Advocacy Group would like to remind you that autism is a wide spectrum of neurological differences and it's on the rise, now affecting 1 in 36 Americans and more cases found in males. Those with autism have trouble with social interactions, communication, and can engage in repetitive or self-harming behaviors. While the causes of autism are still being researched, we can begin to learn more by visiting nationalautismassociation.org.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning, scoreless ball game in Arlington, Texas. 9-1-2. 2 up for the Texans.
What you hear is the harmonizing sounds of hopefully not a cat dying.
Come on. I've been called the songbird of my generation.
I've been called the George Michael of Arlington. Not really. I mean, but George Michael was always a great singer. Angel Estrada is going to lead off here in the top of the third. First pitch to Estrada is going to be a called strike. Still a 0-0 game. Texans up to bat. 1-0-1 pitch, fouled off above us. 0-2. There's 2 Angels Estrada on this team, Tim. There's one that plays third. There's one that plays second. We're looking at the one that plays second. That one drives to second for out number 1.
Gaber's getting a lot of action early in this game, and so far he's answered the call every time. I went a soft liner for out number 1.
It's the third F4 that we have. Cabers, 3 plays all lined out to him. Good bang bang heads up action out there for second. Going to bring us back to the top of the Sam Houston lineup. Sebastian De La Rosa, the speedy center fielder, singled in his first at bat, looking for his second at bat here. Lefty with a wide Nelson Cruz stance. First pitch he sees is a called strike.
And De La Rosa put that speed to good use as he reached second on a error by the catcher. Eventually worked his way to third before being stranded.
The 0-1 pitch swung back to second. Cabers, he feels it. He's not going to be able to throw that ball to first. De La Rosa's going to get in there safely. Cabers had made a sliding play. Just couldn't keep the ball in his glove.
Yeah, even if he was able to make that play cleanly, I don't think he was going to catch the speeding De La Rosa, but the ball did just trickle away from him. I do think that's a single, though.
Scoreboard operator was also the PA man, gave De La Rosa a hit. So 2 singles for De La Rosa, the only 2 hits for the Texans tonight. Just going to bring up Angel Salgado, the catcher.
Delgado showed bunt numerous times in his first at-bat, did actually lay down the bunt. Got his runner to third with just 1 out. We'll see if he looks to bunt again here.
0-1 pitch to Salgado. fired back up to short. Shortstop fields it, fires the second, fires over the first. He's going to be safe at first. They get the fielder's choice at second. Throws too high, pulls Ortega, the first baseman, off the bag.
It was a slowly hit chopper. Not a great opportunity for two, but they tried to turn it anyway. They at least took the speedy De La Rosa off a base pass and replaced it with a much slower Salgado with that fielder's choice.
A little bit better of a throw on target. They might have been able to get Salgado going to first. Ortega, he's taller kid on this, one of the taller kids on this Bowie lineup. Just too high of a throw, made him jump up to get it. Wasn't able to get the tag down, so now two away. It's gonna bring up the number 3 man in the lineup, the pitcher, Mark Ramos.
Throw down to second.
Safe.
Got away from him. The throw from De Leon a bit wide of target, so a stolen base for Salgado. And he heard me call him a little bit slower. He took offense to that.
Yeah, you can hear the man up here on the stands. Maybe they have Zach Arnold Productions playing in the Bowie dugout. It's a 0-1 count to Ramos, the pitcher, with the runner at second, 2 outs. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Dropped by De Leon, but able to keep it in front of him. Sam Houston looking to bring that runner in from second for the game's first run. Still looking at 0-0. 1-1 pitch to Turner. Fires. Foul tip back to the net. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On top of the third, pitcher Mark Ramos.
Opportunity to help yourself here for Ramos. They've looked pretty good on the mound for the Texans. Trying to give himself an opportunity to work with the lead.
1-2 pitch. Inside. Ramos swings anyways. Third baseman is able to fires over the first. And Ramos is going to be out after the good play by Uribe. And that's going to take us to the middle of the third inning. Fans, we want to let you know that the third inning is sponsored by Ika Signs. First, on the top of the third, the bottom of the third, middle of the third, all by Ika Signs. So located in the heart of Arlington, they offer same-day production on certain rush orders and offer a wide category of custom printed materials. Call 817-617-2229 to find out how Ika Signs can help your brand's visibility. We're going to step aside real quick. I'm going to take a swig and come back for the bottom of the third. This is Zach Arnold Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
Back here to Bowie High School, where you see number 5, the leadoff man in this lineup, Jackson Turner, is back up to bat. Second at bat of the ball game. Jackson Turner was also pitching tonight. His first at bat, he grounded out to the first baseman. We're looking at a quick 2-0 count.
Trying to get a little something started to help yourself if you're Turner. This offense has not had the start we thought it would based on the way they've been swinging the stick.
The infield has the corners playing in, and the 2-0 pitch be low. Ball 3. Jackson Turner with the speed has the infield worried about any type of ground ball or bunt. 3-0, see if he has the green light. He doesn't. He looks at a pitch inside for a strike. 3-1.
Caught just enough of that corner. It looked like Turner was going to take all the way.
3-1 pitch to Turner. Fouled over the first base line out into the football field.
Want a little bit more aggressive hack from Turner. Now 3-2. He's going to see probably a fastball from Ramos.
The junior Turner waits for a 3-2 pitch. Ball, so he'll take first base. The leadoff man is on first for the Volunteers in the bottom of the third.
Walks as good as a hit there as you get the leadoff runner aboard for the second time in a row. It was the fastball from Ramos. He just did not catch the zone with it.
It's going to bring up the third baseman, Christian Uribe. Singled in his first bat. Was able to get that play to end the top of the third. It's a good throw over to first. First pitch from Ramos. No, he's going to fire over to first. Jackson Turner with the speed is back safely. Turner, a very speedy player for the Volunteers. Typically plays center. Tonight he is pitching. He's doing a good job of pitching too. He's only giving up 2 hits. First pitch to Uribe. Breaking ball. Curves too far away. Ball 1.
One looked like a little bit of a slurves or a sweeper as they call it nowadays. But that one looked weird coming out of the hand of Ramos. That's going to bring the pitching coach out. I wonder if he noticed that as well. It just something looked off.
Yeah, it looked like an interesting breaking ball the way it came out of his hand, but maybe he has a loose fingernail, something not right. Good job by the pitching coach to come out and just check to see what's going on with his starting pitcher, Ramos. Ramos has done really well tonight. He's only surrendered 2 hits. He surrendered a walk. Christian Turner to start this inning.
Big opportunity here for Turner as well. Maybe try and swipe a bag, get yourself in scoring position.
That might be what Coach Crowder's, the third base coach, is talking to his batter about. Hey, we might drop a bunt down, try to get Turner moved around. Looks like everything's gonna be okay with Ramos as the pitching coach goes back to the dugout. 1-0 count. Sun's going down, setting behind this ballpark. Lights are coming back on, and it's a beautiful night. A little breeze blowing right to left. 1-0 count here to the third baseman, Christian Uribe.
Blowing in from right. Going to make it a tough night for a lefty, but a righty could ride it. As this pitch gets away from the catcher. Cruising into second base is Turner on the wild pitch. You can't really blame Salgado on some of these because that was in the dirt with some wicked spin on it. No chance he's going to get a glove or chest protector on that one.
And it's different. It's a deeper backstop here than it is at Arlington High School. So a lot of balls that get past you, the runner's pretty much guaranteed a free base.
2-0 is a called strike at the knees.
Volunteers still looking for their first run. 2-1 count to Christian Uribe. Everything looks to seem to be okay with Ramos after firing the strike. 2-1 pitch is low outside. Ball 3. 3-1 to the third baseman. On deck, number 3 man, the first baseman, Roman Ortega.
Ramos really seems to be trying to pick at the edges as opposed to just attacking these Bowie hitters the way he did the first time through the lineup.
That's an interesting approach because a lot of the Bowie hitters don't chase, especially the 1 through 4 hitters. They are very patient as they take ball forward there to put two runners on and bring up Ortega. Bowie doesn't chase at a lot of pitches outside.
Yeah, back-to-back walks to start this inning. You mentioned they don't like to chase. They showed it there. We're willing to wait for our pitch. If not, hey, the guy behind me is pretty dang good too. I'll let him hurt you.
That man behind him is number 7, the first baseman, Roman Ortega. Big power, good fielder. See if Ortega can bring in Turner, who's standing at second.
He had a loud fly ball to left center field his first time up.
His first pitch is perfectly placed, lower inside corner, strike 1.
That one caught the corner with a breaking pitch, a little sweeper that time.
From our angle, you see a lot of break on his pitches. It's very good targeting location right there. Good location on that 0-1 pitch, strike 2.
Yeah, well, with the front door sweeper, now he caught the inside corner with it after catching the outside previously.
No balls, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Ortega. Turner gets a good lead at second. There's a shift out in infield. Shifting to the left, and he is looking at strike 3.
3 straight breaking pitches, 3 straight looking strikes, and hey, Roman Ortega, can we get you anything? Nope.
Nope, just looking.
Just looking.
It sounds like the PA announcer heard my George Michael reference earlier during the inning as he plays Careless Whisper for Brody Ferguson, the cleanup man in this lineup. Come up here for his second at bat. He flew out to the catcher behind home plate in the first inning. First pitch to Ferguson's outside. Good job by De La Rosa to slide over and keep that ball from getting past him.
It seems to me it's the fastball that Ramos is struggling with as he had 3 well-placed breaking balls to the previous hitter, Ortega, but he's just really struggling with the location of that fastball.
Comes back with the breaking pitch that doesn't find a spot. 2-0. Yeah, like you said, a lot of fastballs are missing, but those breaking pitches, they're finding the mark there and making it hard for the Bowie hitters to get around on it.
Even the one that missed for a ball there, that was a good pitch. It was close enough that you thought about it.
2-0 pitch to Ferguson. Looked at for strike 1.
There's a good fastball from Ramos.
Infield still shifted with the right-handed hitter Ferguson up there looking for a double play if they can get one to end the inning for the Texans. 2-1 count to the cleanup man Brody Ferguson playing right field tonight. Turner takes off, fires to third. He is going to be out. Coach Crowder said third base coach was trying to get the signal, get the call. The umpire was right there on top of it, 2 away.
Yeah, the ball beat him by a good 2 steps, and he tried to slide to the back corner of the bag, but a nice tag placed by one of the cousins, Estrada. It was Angel.
2-2 count to Ferguson, who swings and lackadaisically misses. Strike 3, and that's going to end the inning after Turner was caught stealing. Brody Ferguson's going to go down for a strikeout, second strikeout of the inning. We'll have the Texans come up to bat, top of the 4th. This is Zach on the Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball after this.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com. Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Back here at Bowie High School, top of the 4th inning we go. Still tied, nothing on the board at all. Texans Volunteers looking at goose eggs all the way. Jackson Turner pitching the gym out there tonight, though. He's only given up 2 hits, both hits with the Sebastian De La Rosa, the center fielder, both singles. Other than that, he's had one other runner who reached on a hit by pitch. And he's looking at the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up in the lineup. Coronado, Lagunas, and Angel Estrada, number 1.
He's done a nice job of simply just attacking this Texans lineup. When you look on the other side of things, Ramos has kind of worked the corners, trying to get breaking balls in there. Turner's just said, hey, here's my fastball. I'm coming at you. I know my defense is going to make plays behind me, and that's been the case so far in this ballgame. He's worked pretty efficiently through the first 3 innings.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen Jackson Turner pitch this season. I've seen Isaiah Henderson pitch a few times. Uribe pitched one of the games during the tournament, and so did Roman Ortega. Turner looking to be the number 3 man in this lineup. He's a really dangerous center fielder, but tonight he's looking like a very good third option out there on the mound as he looks at Coronado, the DH for this Texans lineup, up to bat to start the top of the 4th inning.
Sometimes you just need a guy who can eat innings and keep you in a ball game.
First pitch. Good breaking ball, but that misses. Ball 1.
That looked pretty good, but Coronado ducked as it came in. I think that affected the call.
1-0 count. Outside, ball 2. Yeah, that first pitch to Coronado looked like a good pitch.
I thought so as well, but hey, we're not in that perfect position right behind the plate the way our hardworking umpire is.
2-0 count. The ball swung on, hit foul, and it's going out of play, somewhere out of play, out into the football field behind us by the reaction of the fans here at Bowie High School.
Hey, once I stop at Sam's on the way home, I'll have my sponsorship secured. It'll be the Tim Costello foul ball return, brought to you by Zach Arnold Productions by Tim Costello.
Bubba, and we're sending this to you after this game as Coronado looks at a ball.
I don't need big
3-1.
corporate gum to get involved. I have a Sam's membership, Jot. I will buy the $10 jug of bubble gum myself. I want to be the sponsor.
3-1 pitch, and that misses him. Coronado's going to take first base. He's going to put the lead on man out first here in the top of the 4th inning.
I'm willing to spend $10 to be the foul ball return sponsor.
Tim Costello's bubblegum sponsorship coming to Zach on Production starting next week.
You know, I might even be willing to buy 2 tubs of bubblegum, one for each school that the broadcast covers, as long as both PA people are willing to announce my name after every foul ball.
After every, I'll do it.
Hey, no, I want the PA people.
Oh.
I want the whole world to know that their bubblegum was bought by me.
The first pitch here to the new batter Lagunas is going to be outside. Ball 1. Yadi Pagan, who's listening to us, the PA man, he's be calling it the Tim Costello sponsorship for every foul ball. And there's a lot of them at Arlington High School. Turner fires the first back.
Maybe after the foul ball is a bit much. I think maybe now that I hear it, that's a lot. But I would like to let the people know that their gum is being brought to you by Tim Costello.
The 1-0 pitch inside. Looks at for ball 2. Good pitch. Just doesn't find the mark.
That's a good-looking pitch. Credit this Texans lineup for being a little bit more patient, making Turner work, as the first time around he kind of gave him this stuff and they swung at it.
2-0 pitch. This ball's hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to field it. Fires to first. Ortega
what a
pulled off the
pick.
bag, but good job. Ortega was able to keep his foot on the bag enough to get the out number 1. It looked like he pulled him off the bag from our angle.
That's a great pick by Ortega. That was a weird kind of cue ball spin on that batted ball. It was off the end of the bat, so it was, once it landed, it went away from the shortstop, so he had to feel it and fire quickly. The throw was a little bit low. Ortega did a great job of handling it for out number 1.
It's going to bring up the number 6 man in the lineup, Angel Estrada, number 1, the third baseman. Flew out to second in his first at bat on a good play by Caber.
Line that one straight back into the screen. He was not far off of it. The Cousins Estrada playing third and second tonight.
I wonder if they have a competition to see who the better infielder is at the end of each game. Who has the most balls hit to him?
Who is the best Angel Estrada? Like, family reunions have to be a blast. I am the best Angel. No, I am the best Angel.
Home run derby, every family reunion. The 0-1 pitch to Estrada. Estrada drops down the bunt. Turner gets over the field at the third base line. He fires to Ortega. Safe. Not in time. Good bunt by Estrada. Runners on the corners now, 1 away still in the top of the 4th.
Angel was flying up the line.
Angel's in the outfield. Angel's in the infield on that play.
The shortstop, number 6, Marcos Lopez.
To be fair, there are always Angels in the infield because one plays second and one plays third.
There's a former Angel in the outfield on that fence line.
There's a former Angel in the outfield, Vernon Wells. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next Friday, Vernon Wells night. The former Angel will be here throwing out the first pitch. Zach on our Productions will be here. We hope you're here to watch that too. As a first pitch to the new batter, Marco Lopez, looked at for strike 1. Angels everywhere. Infield, outfield. There's another Angel on the on-deck circle. Angel Estrada, the cousin.
Well, first we had the second of the Lopez brothers. Then, a little suicide squeeze. Got to go to first. That's the only play you can make, and it's no longer a scoreless game. He was 3/4 of the way down the line, Jot, before the bunt was even laid down. Nice sacrifice.
Nice sacrifice bunt there by Lopez to bring in Coronado. Gives Sam Houston their first run on the board. It's going to be a sack bunt. RBI for those keeping score at home. And now the other Lopez in this lineup, Noel Lopez, the left-hander, swings and foul tips that ball back to the backstop.
So what we thought would be maybe a little bit more of a high-scoring game has been scoreless through 3. Now a 1-0 lead for the Sam Houston Texans.
0-1 pitch to the second. Lopez looked at. Lopez turns in. Ball 1. Yeah, we thought we were looking for a shootout here. High-scoring game. After game 1 was 6-3. The Volunteers took. Volunteers are looking to go to 4-0 in district play. Only 3 losses on the season so far. 1-1 swung at, missed. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Noel Lopez.
You know, I don't understand the decision to throw behind the runner there, as De Leon tried to backpick the runner from home plate to second. That's just dangerous.
Yeah, because that ball gets to center field.
Which it did. And luckily who's backing it up. But at the end of the day, you've got 2 outs, a 1-2 count on the 8-hitter. Worry about getting out of the inning and not giving up any more runs.
The 1-2 pitch. Looked at for strike 3. Found a spot and he tagged it. And that's going to bring up the 4th inning stretch. Here, Zach on the Productions is bringing you the 4th inning stretch presented to you by Taqueria Taco Express. Featuring a wide, authentic menu. Taco Express can solve any Mexican food craving. Order online to collect points for free food or get 5 tacos and a large agua fresca on Taco Tuesdays for just $10. Taqueria Taco Express, a proud sponsor of Zach on the Productions. And we thank them for bringing you the 4th inning stretch. We're going to step aside. The Volunteers up to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Zach on the Productions presented by John Wade Roofing after this.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com. If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Welcome back to Bowie High School. The Volunteers up to bat in the bottom of the 4th, trailing 1-0. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 for the soccer fans out there. As Jason Wheeler looks at a ball inside that ran in and almost got him.
Wheeler singled and stole a bag his first time up. Ended up getting thrown out at third trying to steal.
1-0 pitch looked at for strike 1. Wheeler has wheels. He doesn't have as much power as some of the other hitters in this lineup like Ferguson and Ortega, but he can hit a ball off the wall and take off with that speed. 1-1 breaking ball looked at, strike 2. Good location on that breaking pitch by Ramos.
Actually, he didn't get caught stealing. It was a fielder's choice, but either way, chopped down at third. Speaking of chopping down, chop that one foul.
Chop that one foul. I thought you were going to mention like chopped beef or something.
I can't have meat today, Jot. It's killing me. It is killing me.
1-2 pitch coming up to Wheeler. Looked at in the third. Looking at ball 2. 2-2 count.
Last week I made the risky decision to hit up Taco Bell after our game for a cheesy roll-up and a potato taco, but I can tell you right now I won't be doing that again.
Yeah, karma came back to get you on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jason Wheeler. Ball's fouled back into the net. Do it again, 2-2.
Only eat so many filet-o-fish sandwiches before you need to mix it up a little bit on Fridays during Lent.
Taqueria Taco Express, if you guys have any tacos that have fish in them,
Maybe a cheese quesadilla.
cheese quesadilla, shrimp, anything, let us know. As Wheeler check swings, doesn't go around, ball 3, full count for Jason Wheeler. If you do Taqueria Taco Express, I know you're opening your 5th location. Tim will visit all 5 between now and the time he can eat meat again.
Just 1 day a week, a small sacrifice.
3-2 pitch. And he is out. Strike 3. Wheeler was about to take first base, and the umpire said, not today. Out number 1.
Yeah, that was a good-looking pitch from Ramos to catch the outside corner with a fastball. I don't know what Wheeler was looking at that he thought he was walking to first, but that one was a strike all the way. And now, very quickly, Ramos has struck out the last 3 batters.
Last 3 batters struck out. He has 4 total strikeouts. He's walked 3 of the Volunteers, and he's given up 2 singles. So he's done a really good, effective job tonight for the Texans. That's the first pitch looked at for ball 1 by De Leon.
De Leon reached on a fielder's choice, reached second on a wild pitch, was eventually stranded at third his first time up.
1-0 pitch, low and away, ball 2.
You mentioned De Leon's defensive prowess behind the plate, has a big arm behind the dish.
2-0, low and away, ball 3. De Leon might be getting lucky to take first base here. De Leon, in my opinion, behind Jeremiah Taylor, 2 of the top catchers in the district. Both are very explosive, both have great arms, and good job of fielding the ball, preventing balls from getting back to the backstop.
We're fortunate enough to get to watch them both.
3-0 pitch inside, but strike 1. De Leon bounced back. Umpire said nope, that went over the plate. 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch to De Leon. That one doesn't reach. That one does reach the plate. Strike 2. That one looked a little bit outside. De Leon thought it was outside, but now it's a full count. Full count to the catcher, De Leon. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 4 straight strikeouts for Ramos. The Volunteers have 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. This explosive Volunteer lineup was being shut down tonight by Mark Ramos, the pitcher. 5 strikeouts total. Man at the bat at the dish, Andrew Vega, struck out in his first at bat. First pitch, outside, ball 1.
It hasn't been anything unhittable tonight, but, it's still 4 straight strikeouts, and the guys are taking good-looking swings. They're not chasing. His stuff doesn't look overpowering, but he falls behind guys. They get in hitters' counts, just unable to push anything through.
That's a good tactic, though, for the 3rd straight batter this inning. He's falling behind. Fires back, 2-1. He falls behind. The batters get comfortable at the plate. And he realizes that he has them. Good breaking ball that hits the corners there. And next thing you know, it's a 2-1, 2-2 count. 2-1 now to Andrew Vega, the shortstop tonight. Ball's fouled back to the net, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Volunteers are trying to not get struck out this inning. Not get the inning struck, not has a side struck out. 2-2 pitch. Runs inside, ball 3.
All the infielders thought they got it as they were headed towards the dugout.
Ramos does a good job of placing his breaking ball in spots that the hitters can't make contact on. Full count, Vega. He swings and misses, and that's going to end the inning. The Volunteers strike out the side. Wheeler, De Leon, and Vega. 5 straight strikeouts for Ramos as we head to the top of the 5th. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball after this.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Top of the fourth inning. Welcome back out to Bowie High School Volunteer Baseball as we are in a tight one, a 1-0 lead for the Sam Houston Texans. As Turner continues to work in this top of the fifth inning, he's been pretty darn good, allowing just the one run to cross a leadoff walk last inning. That came around after a fielder's choice and an RBI single and a sacrifice bunt, a squeeze play. Sometimes you got to play a little small ball, John.
Yeah, Texas has been doing a good job of just getting to Turner. Turner's pitched a great game, I guess, in my opinion. It's it's a good quality start, which you're asked for out of a number 3 starter for this rotation. But if you're getting on base with a couple walks, you only had 2 singles. But like you said, small ball, fielder's choices, bunts, getting your way around, and anything you can do to get the lead.
First pitch is just a bit low to Angel Estrada. What's the name of the guy from Chips, the motorcycle cop, and some Estrada? Marco Estrada, right?
Eric Estrada?
Eric Estrada, there it is. 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Interesting zone this umpire has tonight. A lot of these balls that break high getting called for strikes. I know we're at a different angle than other people who have better vision than us, but they just look like there'd be balls from our angle.
1-1 misses just a touch high. And I will say, there are not a lot of people who have better vision than me, personally. They may have better vision than you, but I actually have better than 20/20 vision, John. So, don't be throwing me under your glasses bus as this one fouled back into the screen. And I kid. I have no issue with glasses wearers. I just want to make sure.
Hey, look, without these glasses, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see what's in front of me, behind me, left or right of me. So let's hope my glasses stay on.
Here's a 2-2, misses just low. When I worked for the Air Hogs many moons ago, there was a guy who was taking like a Friday off to go get LASIK. And I was like, oh, my brother had LASIK. Oh, how'd it work out? It's after the third surgery. It really took for him. This guy got really scared. That's the payoff pitch is outside for a ball, leadoff walk. But my brother only had the surgery once. It was just me doing a little workplace hazing.
When I worked on the railroad, my supervisors had LASIK. They told me all the good things about it, but it's after a while you need glasses. I'm like, well, I already have glasses now. There's no point of having to wait 20 years to get glasses again.
Did you work on the railroad all the live long day?
I did. Live long day, 12-hour nights. They were long railroad days.
Pickoff attempt dives back in. I had a buddy who was he's called an engineer, the one driving the train.
Engineering's fun. Conducting's not so much.
This one just over the arms of an outstretched shortstop. It was Vega reaching up and unable to come up with it. Now some offense is cooking for the Texans. Already up 1-0 in this ball game.
That's De La Rosa's third hit. All 3 singles. A good piece of hitting by De La Rosa tonight to get to Jackson Turner.
Hey, as a leadoff man goes, he's done a fantastic job of setting the table. 2 on, nobody out. Salgado has an opportunity. He's laid down quite a few bunts in this ball game. See if he does so here.
He's able to reach on the last bunt. Was a fielder's choice. Was able to make it after the throw at third. Stole a base.
Shows bunt and takes this one high for a ball. Actually, he bunted his first time around. Second time grounded into a fielder's choice after showing bunt previously in the at-bat. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Salgado. He lays it down. It goes back to the pitcher. Turner will go to first base with it. And that will be out number 1. Runners advance on the second sacrifice for Salgado today. That one is a 1-3 sacrifice.
As slow as the ball was hit, Even though it went back to the pitcher, do you think if Turner fired to third, he would have had to play?
I think the only play was to first base there. The coverage wasn't at second. I think your only other play would have been at second based on the time he had to get it there, and there was no one covering second base, so you had to go to first. So now an RBI opportunity for Ramos to help himself, already up 1-0. Runners on second and third, just 1 out as the first pitch is taken low and away for a ball 1.
Keep an eye out on third base. He's attempting to steal home. That last pitch, he took off running halfway down the third baseline, so he might do it again.
I think that's just to mess with Turner. As this one hit hard and through to right field. 1 run will score. They're waving the runner home. The throw is cut off. They've got him in between the throw to the plate, and we're in a pickle. Going back towards third, the third baseman, Uribe, tags him in the back. Great base running, though, by Ramos to get all the way to third after the pickle. So Estrada will score. De La Rosa was hung up. He's cut down. And Ramos is on third base with an RBI single. Wow. So a 2-0 game. Good job defensively, though, from the Volunteers to know how to cut the ball, hit the cutoff man. Only let 1 run score. Interesting decision from De La Rosa to hold up. This one fouled back and out of play for strike 1. Coronado walked and scored his first time around and was hit by a pitch in the first, so still does not have an official at bat, but has scored a run.
As you said, that was great base running by Ramos. They're saying that your lead runner was caught in the rundown, still to make it over to third base, knowing nobody's covering it, keep the runner in score position.
Smart play, to say the least. It was a good job from De La Rosa once he knew he was in the rundown to stay in it long enough to let Ramos get all the way to third. But now with 2 outs, the infield plays back. It's a 1-1 count to the designated hitter, Coronado. This one hit into the air, high center field, shallow. It's going to be the shortstop, actually, who takes care of it and puts it away, Vega, for out number 3. So a couple of singles, a walk, and a sacrifice push across another run. It's now 2-0 Texans on top. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, rather, on the Zap Production Network. We'll be right back after this.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back out to Bowie High School. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. They are trailing. The Volunteers are 2-0. The Texans. John, you just took a quick peek on the Zap YouTube page. How's it going at Arlington High School?
Arlington High School is over at South Grand Prairie tonight in the 2nd game of their series. The Colts are leading 8-2 in the bottom of the 4th. The Warriors up to bat, no outs. Colts are pitching a good game so far after losing 12-5 on Tuesday at Arlington High. So looking to things have changed in a matter of 48 hours.
I don't know if you knew this, but as we were peeping at the Scouts radar gun, we mentioned some miles per hours that were being thrown last week. We got a shout out on Twitter.
We did?
Well, I did.
How'd it go?
Whoever the trainer was for the Arlington pitcher throwing 91, he shouted us out.
That's a good eye.
First pitch in there for a called strike as Caber showed bunt and then took that one at the knees.
So we appreciate the trainers listening. Last week, Haltom had a lot of pitches from their pitcher reached mid to high 80s.
This one fouled back and out of play for a strike. 0-2 very quickly on the second baseman, Caber. I just like when our work gets noticed, John.
You're doing a good job, Tim. Can't tell you you're not.
Thank you.
You took a pause with that one. I didn't know what to say.
Here's the 0-2. Just a bit low.
Ramos is pitching great for the Texans. He has 6 strikeouts, 5 straight strikeouts over the last 2 innings. Before that, he had given up 2 back-to-back walks.
This one gets away from the catcher. No one on base, no one. No harm, no foul. See if Ramos has another K in him, or does this offense for Bowie finally break through? Here's the 2-2. Just a bit low. Check swing, able to hold up. Payoff pitch coming to start this bottom of the 5th inning. Most kicks and fires. This one hit just over our head. Man, there are some rockets coming over this press box.
That netting here is what keeps me from not freaking out, like, because I know that ball's not going to fire back towards us. But we're close. We're very close.
A 3-2 pitch. This one misses inside, so a leadoff walk for Caber. And I will say the leadoff walk is never a good sign for a pitcher. When you look at the last 2 innings, leadoff walk came in to score in the 5th. Leadoff walk came in to score in the 6th for Sam Houston. We'll see if Bowie can push across their leadoff base runner, although they've had leadoff base runners in the 2nd, in the 3rd, and in the 5th. Rojas shows bunt, gets it down. The first play will be to first for out number 1. Moving to second base is Caber. Nice sacrifice, 1-3. Gets the runner in a scoring position, as now Turner will have an opportunity to help himself.
Number 5, Jackson Turner.
Turner, typically a good RBI bat, a good batter with runners in scoring position. He's pitched great tonight on the mound. 2 runs, only given up 5 hits. Here's the chance to either tie the game if you get one over the wall, 3-10 down left field, or just a base hit out in the center field. Bring Caber in to score and let the hitters behind you do their job.
Breaking balls in there for a called strike at the knees, 0-1. When Ramos has gotten in trouble tonight, he's almost exclusively turned to that breaking pitch. If I'm a Bowie hitter, I have to be ready for the curveball. Does the runner know he stops and starts? The throw to third is not needed, but very quickly, Turner down, 0-2.
And it's been interesting that the volunteer hitters have just looked at the breaking ball. They know it's coming after the 3-1, 3-2. They're not striking out swinging on a pitch that they know they can reach. They're just looking at them.
There's a chopper foul. It was that breaking ball again up the third base side. Nothing in 2 to Turner. He's got a runner in scoring position at second, trying to get his team off the schneid in the 5th inning. Runner stops and starts again before Turner fouls this one away.
Jackson Turner, one of 6 juniors on this team, plays way above his years. He's gonna be a good player going into next season as a senior. But right now, they need the junior to step up and get a hit.
There's a no pitch. The runner does go to third this time. The ball is bobbled, stopping at third base. And if the leadoff walk is Caber, he was dancing over there like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. And Jackson Turner is on first base with an E5.
Now batting for the Volunteers, the third baseman, number 11, Chris Uribe.
Hopefully, Caber's okay. He slid coming past third. He had to gather and get up real quick so he wouldn't be out at third. He came in hot.
Big opportunity for Christian Uribe. He's 1 for 1, a single and a walk in this ball game. Has runners on first and third with just 1 out. Wind blowing in from left field, but again, for a righty, if you can hit something in from right field. Uribe shows bunt, instead takes a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike.
Speed at first with Jackson Turner, I don't know if you'd want to bunt. Me personally, I don't know if you'd want to bunt because the ground ball, you might not get the lead runner at second.
Diving back in safely is Turner.
Uribe is one of the more dangerous hitters in this lineup that he can get anything out into the outfield for a single or a double.
I'm with you on maybe not looking to bunt at this point. Maybe let Turner swipe it back. There he goes. Pitch is low in the dirt. The throw actually goes to third. So basically conceding the stolen base to Turner. Now the double play is off, and you've got runners in scoring position at second and third. 2 out, 2 strikes in the at-bat on Uribe. infield will come in with, really, this could be the ball game here. I know we're only in the 5th inning, but an opportunity like this with the infield in. Check swing. Did he hold up? Yes. It's the home plate umpire. 1-2 the count. Good looking breaking ball from Ramos.
That's a sigh of relief there for Uribe. If he would have went all the way around, that would have been 2 outs. And it would have made a tough situation for Ortega.
1-2, foul back and out of play. Ortega, the first baseman on deck, is 0 for 2. And Uribe's been on base both times. Single in the 1st inning, walked, and reached 2nd in the 3rd inning. There's a 1-2. Breaking ball nearly hit Uribe. He ducks out of the way.
Hey, you could have taken that, just take the shot, walk it off, and bases load. Don't duck. I mean, this in a game like this where you're trailing, I know it's gonna hurt, but you might just want to walk it off and go to first.
2-2 pitch. Just a bit low. That'll run it full.
I think Ramos is going to come back with the breaking pitch here once he's been getting out.
It's been the go-to, right? When he needed a good pitch, it was the breaking pitch. This one is the breaking pitch. Hit up the right side, twisting foul and out of play. That one bounces into the batting cages. Oh, that concession stand is wafting up air, Jot, and it smells good. District Stadium's fine for football games, but there's nothing like the individual concession options you get at a high school baseball game.
Nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers right below us.
There's a payoff pitch. Foul and out of play again. Good battle between Uribe and Ramos. And a 2-0 lead for the Sam Houston Texans over your Bowie Volunteers. Bottom of the 5th inning, runners are on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
And it's making Ramos throw a lot of pitches this inning with a leadoff walk and the single. Now you work the count full plus 2 foul balls.
And you can't start a batter after 110 pitches. Make him throw as many as you can. Get him out of the game as early as you can. I don't think Ramos is near that number right now. There's another payoff pitch. Breaking ball called. Strike 3. Froze him. Strikeout number 7. So now we'll take a 2-out RBI from Ortega. Try and push something across in this inning.
Like you said, that 3-2 pitch, every time he's been in trouble, he goes back to the breaking ball. Bowie's just looking at it each time. They're not even offering a swing.
First pitch in the dirt for a ball. I mean, he was frozen. Uribe was not ready for the breaking ball, and he jelly-legged and froze. It happens. You were looking fastball on the 3-2 pitch, and expecting the Uncle Yacker. Called strike on the knees.
Ramos has pitched the gym so far with the 7 strikeouts. Still no runs on the scoreboard for the Volunteers.
Breaking ball came out of his hand weird. Stays high for a ball, 2-1.
He's making the Volunteer batters guess up there.
He's done a nice job of keeping this offense off balance, that's for sure. There's a 2-1. Swing and a miss, almost ahead of that fastball. Trying to do some serious damage. It almost maybe even looked like catcher's interference. It just looked weird. Well, that's why it looked weird. The umpire got hit again. It just didn't look right. And now we know why. That's why they give them masks, right, Zach?
Icy hot. Icy hot, the umpire's favorite.
2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with 2 runners on. Deuces are wild. This one swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ramos, and he gets out of a jam in the 5th. Top of the 6th inning. Here we come on the Zap Network. We'll be right back after this.
Hey Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana, aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
It's Ferguson. Welcome back to Bowie High School. Top of the 6th inning. New pitcher in the game. It's the left-hander, Brody Ferguson. He was in right field. He's now on the mound.
And fans, when there's a pitching change, that means the sign of a change. And that signals that sign of a change. Next time you need change, you go to Eka Signs. Eka Signs can get you signs, banners, printed shirts, and other materials. Eka Signs is your local printer to call. 817-617-2229 is the number. And tell them Zach Arnold Productions sent you.
So it looks like that's going to move Turner from the mound to center field. Ferguson moves from right field to the mound, and Wheeler goes from center field to right field. Just a little volleyball kind of shift. Everyone just shift over to the right. You go to the back line, and you're moving right. Now Ferguson on the mound, Wheeler in right, and Turner is in center. Ferguson a lefty. Feature a breaking pitch and a fastball. Bowie is trailing 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning. A quick moving game.
I got to see Ferguson versus Irving Nimitz in one of the Irving games during the Irving ISD tournament. Came in to close the game in a 3-2 game. He has a lot of power behind his fastball for a lefty. You don't see it coming, especially with a lot of righty batters. He does a good job of keeping those breaking balls from curving too far in on the righty-lefty matchups.
Eddie Lagunas, the first baseman, looks to get things started. Lefty-lefty matchup against Ferguson. First pitch, a fastball misses below the zone for ball 1. Looking to work quickly, already on the mound. Ferguson kicks and delivers. This is outside again. It's time of the game where you got to throw strikes. The last 2 innings, you've walked the leadoff hitter, and they've come around to score. It's why you're trailing. Joe misses outside, 3-0. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Guess that was inside. I'm not sure where it missed, but they say it did. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk, 3rd straight inning to start with a leadoff walk for this Texans offense.
Third baseman, number 15, Angel Estrada.
So Angel Estrada singled his last time up, lined out his first time. First pitch is in there for a called strike, first one of the game for Ferguson. Cousins Estrada man second and third base. And the brothers Lopez man shortstop and left field for this Texans team. Here's the 0-1. Showing bunt, gets it down up the first baseline. Ferguson fields, throws. That's going to be a tough play. It was handled by Ortega and in time. I thought they had said he was out. Maybe he's safe. The glare in the window hurt me. Looks like he might actually beat it out. So an infield single after the walk puts 2 on with nobody out.
The shortstop, Marcos Lopez.
It's Marcus Lopez. First pitch is just above the letters for a ball one. Lopez so far today has laid down a sacrifice bunt and popped up to the first baseman. Shows bunt, gets it down up the third base side. Another really good one. Ferguson fields and fires. Another close play, but that time is able to nab the runner for out number one. Sacrifice 1-3 for the first out of the inning. Puts runners on second and third with just one out. Almost was faced with the same situation shot on the bottom half of the previous inning. He's able to work out of it with a couple Ks. We'll see what Ferguson's able to do with 8 and 9 due up in the lineup.
Let's see if Ferguson can try to close, get out of this inning and leave those guys at third and second. Try to get the Bowie bat something to work with.
First pitch misses outside for a ball one.
On that sack bunt, Ferguson looked like he had enough time to possibly throw to third with somebody covering third, but he took the sure out at first.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one at the knees for a call strike, 1-1. Volunteer defense on the left side is playing at the cut of the grass. On the right side, they're playing a step or two back. 1-1 pitch nearly hits Lopez, but he spun out of there just in time. He's trying to say it hit his pant leg, but unable to sell that. 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss out in front of that off-speed pitch from Ferguson.
Good 2-1 pitch there by Ferguson. Had Lopez guessing. Lopez was swinging for the parking lot. He took my challenge about hitting my truck.
There's a 2-2. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Did he go around? No. Palms down from the umpire. I don't know about that one. He looked like he went about 3/4 of the way around.
PA announcer Yanni Pagan up here to my left. He wasn't very happy about that either.
Payoff pitch called. Strike 3. Out number 2 in the inning. And Lopez, brother numero dos, goes down looking.
Second baseman.
Lopez, his second strikeout of the game.
He disagrees with the calls. He throws the bat. With 2 outs and 2 on, that brings up Angel Estrada, the second baseman. First pitch is on the outside corner, called strike.
Quick number on Jackson Turner. His day ended. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, 3 walks, 5 hits, and all 5 of his hits were singles. He had 1 strikeout that was of Lopez, number 2. And he ended his day giving up 2 runs total. The Bowie bats weren't able to do any work with him.
0-1 pitch missed outside, 1-1 the count. Ferguson trying to work out of this jam, settles and fires. Just misses. Good looking pitches, but unable to get Estrada to bite. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning.
Ferguson seems to have found his control his last few batters.
This one hit into the air, right field, playable. Going out is the second baseman. Going in is the right fielder, and it's dropped. It's on the ground. Both runs will come in to score as Caber collided with Wheeler. Wheeler trying to take charge of the play, and unfortunately, that ball hits the ground. That's going to be an E9. Should have been out of that inning.
Caber was calling for it. He was calling for it, and Wheeler runs up and tries to jump Caber for the ball like they're doing an opening tip in a basketball game, and neither one could bring it in.
You got to pull up if you're Wheeler in that situation, as the first pitch is taken outside by De La Rosa. De La Rosa 3 for 3 in this game, 3 singles. Trying to add a 4th knock to the tally. This pitch inside nearly hits him. He gets out of the way.
Ferguson should have been out of this inning with those 2 runners stranded on second and third. That was a boneheaded play out in right field. Your second baseman's calling for it, just pull up.
There's a hard hit ball up the first base line. They're going to say that's foul. That had extra bases written all over it for De La Rosa, but just a bit outside of that first base line.
De La Rosa was looking for his 4th hit, and he just missed it.
Ferguson brings it 2-1. Swing and a miss. Elevated the heater, and De La Rosa could not make contact. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. 2 runs have already come in. Deuces are wild. This is hit on the ground and through into right field. The 4th knock of the game for De La Rosa. As that bat remains scorching hot and puts runners on first and second in this inning.
De La Rosa has done his job. 4 for 4, 4 singles, getting on. He's making sure that the Sam Houston Texans have somebody on base each time he's up to bat to get more run production behind him.
Fantastic job of table setting. Brings up Salgado. Couple sacrifice bunts and a fielder's choice on the day. He's over 1. First pitch is in there for a called strike.
Table setting so he knows that the salad fork goes next to the steak fork.
It's just dinner fork. I don't necessarily think it's always for steak, as this ball served down the right side, fouling out of play.
Hey, I'm not high class when it comes to eating steak. I just want my steak nice and well done.
Well done.
Nice. I don't want much pink in my steak, okay?
Oh, child, please. 0-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3. And that one looked a lot better than any steak John would ever order. Into the bottom of the 6th inning we go. It's a 4-0 game on the Zap Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-0 the lead for the Texans. Ramos continues to work as he's held this offense in check. And we, as a listenership, learned that John Hawley doesn't know how to order a steak.
Medium well. I don't eat much pink, and when I do, my stomach doesn't fit.
This isn't a shady burger shop, okay? We're getting a nice steak.
Hey, look, I can't do pink on my steak, all right? But I normally don't
You go
eat
to
steak.
you're telling me you go to Peter Luger's, all right? One of the finest steak establishments in the world. They bring out a beautiful, dry-aged Wagyu ribeye, and you're gonna look your waiter right in the eye and say medium well.
So most likely it would be they bring out the medium meat, they bring out the Wagyu ribeye, and I'm gonna say, can I have some chicken instead?
Oh,
I don't eat much steak. It just doesn't agree with me very well.
well, as the PA is saying, maybe it's better that way, Jot. Save the steak for me. 4-0 is the lead, as it is Ferguson looking to get things going. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play up the right side. Couple unearned runs for Ferguson on the mound last inning. Always see him the rest of the way. Ramos has worked a beauty through 5 innings for the Texans as the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball low and away.
That's one person that Bowie does not want to see the rest of the way is Ramos. 8 strikeouts already for the young man from Sam Houston.
Big swing and a miss on the 1-1. It's 1-2, and we learned in between innings Ramos actually no-hit this Bowie team last year. So this is not a new thing for Ramos to hold this Volunteer offense in check. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3, a little two-seamer back door. That was a beauty of a pitch. So now Wheeler looking to atone after his running into the second baseman. Caber allowed a run in the top half of the inning, actually 2 runs. Looking to get something started with 1 out. Shows bunt, pops this one up. Sliding play by Ramos for out number 2. You don't see pitcher get off the mound like that usually, John.
Ramos wanted to get that out. He knew Wheeler has some speed.
Well, I think part of it is too. We're at a point of the ball game where your pitch counts is elevated, right? You only get 110 pitches. That's a one pitch out, right? Hey, let me make sure I get this one put away with just one pitch and save another bat.
He might have some plans after this. Friday night, high school, time to go do something fun.
He took her out. It was a Friday night. A little Blink 182 reference there for a called strike one to De Leon. Took her out. It was a Friday night. This one's a strike on the outside corner. Nothing into.
It's a Friday night.
De Leon.
It's a Friday night for all of us.
You can watch us on TV. And that's about the times that network came on here. That one fouled back into the screen. I'm doing my best Weird Al impression.
Hey, don't worry. We're just having a blast up here, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a blast from the past.
2 misses high. The infield thought it was in there. I took a pitch. The team thought it was a strike. It was a ball. And now it's 1-2. He kicks his blings. The fastball, but he misses. And that's about to strike 3. And that's going to do it here in the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 7th. That's all I got. We're going to the top of the 7th, folks. It's a 4-0 lead for the Texans. You're on the Zap Broadcast Network / Tim's Musical Experience. We'll be right back after this.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Now we're in top of the 7th inning. Ferguson continues with his second inning of work, a 4-0 lead for the Sam Houston Texans. For a quick inning out of the pitcher Ferguson, so this Bowie offense can get back to work and try and pull this one out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, trailing 4-0. It's going to be Ramos, Coronado, and Lagunas trying to add on for the Texans. Ramos has been spectacular on the mound tonight. Ferguson kicks and brings a left-handed offering, and that one misses outside for ball 1.
Ramos, 10 strikeouts of the Texans. Multiple guys have struck out twice. Ortega, Brody Ferguson, who's on the mound, and Roberto De Leon have all struck out twice.
1-0 in there for a called strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. Some double-barreled action in the Texans bullpen. I assume they're going to ride Ramos as long as they can. As the 2-1 pitch is chopped foul. And then the moment that pitch count is up, that's going to be it for him. So we'll see how far he can carry this team. He's carried him through 6 brilliant innings so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out, top of the 7th inning. Ferguson kicks and fires. This one hit on the ground towards third base. Uribe has it, throws across the diamond high, and beating out is Ramos for an infield single. I think even if the throw was good, he beats that out.
Uribe had to take that extra hitch to release the ball. That extra hitch gave Ramos enough time to get down the field, slide into first. Running.
Ramos with his second knock of the night, 2 for 4 now. Pitcher / three-hole hitter. That brings up the DH Coronado. 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. He walked and scored and popped up to the shortstop. Pickoff throw to first, diving back in there safely as Ramos.
Just a quick score update from South Grand Prairie. Colts lead 8-5 over the Warriors. On the top of the 6th, Zach and Pops have that on the call. Zach Network, other side of YouTube.
First pitch is outside for a ball. The throw back to first base is late. Want to know the count as the pitch is delivered, hit hard and up the third base line. Fair ball. Rounding first and heading to second. It'll be a double. Putting runners at second and third with nobody out.
First extra base hit for the Texans tonight. All their other hits have been singles.
I think it's the first extra base hit of the game.
I believe you are right, sir. All singles. All base hits have been singles or bunts.
Bowie hasn't had a base hit since the second inning. Now the infield will come in. Lefty-lefty matchup. This one gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop. That will allow Ramos to score. Moving to third base is Coronado, and that is a wild pitch for the first pitch to Lagunas.
Ferguson's control has not been great since he's came in to relieve Jackson Turner. He should have been out of the last inning, but the 2-run error didn't extend the inning. But he's had a hard time finding and placing his fastball and his breaking pitches.
1-0 foul back into the screen, 1-1. Still nobody out in the inning. You have a runner on third base. Lagunas is 0 for 2. He's walked and scored a run in the 6th. Grounded out twice as the 1-1 is outside for a ball, 2-1.
I smell popcorn. That was me. I said that.
2-1 pitches. I guess outside. I'm not sure. You mentioned the zone earlier, and it's questionable. Questionable at best tonight. Here's a 3-1 pitch. One's in there for a strike. That pitch looked lower than the one that they called the ball right before it, John.
It's interesting because a lot of the batters, especially for the Volunteers, aren't swinging at these 3-1 pitches and 3-2 pitches that are questionable calls, which makes the call much easier for the umpire.
And that one hits Lagunas in the back. Would have been ball 4 either way. So now runners at the corners. Nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Angel Estrada makes his way. Estrada, a couple of singles in the game, scored a run in the 6th inning on that error in right field. So lined out in the 2nd inning. Has hit the ball well today. Ferguson will bring his first offering. It's going to hit foul up the first base side out of play for a strike.
These last 2 innings have gone from bad to worse for the Volunteers pitchers. Jackson Turner left the game with just giving up 2 runs through 5 innings. Brody Ferguson gave up 2 unearned runs in the last inning, and now is looking at possibly giving up another run on top of this.
The 0-1 fouled back and out of play. Nothing in 2 very quickly to Estrada. Here's the 0-2. Chop towards third. Uribe will go to second for 1. The throw to the plate in time. No, they dropped the ball. They had him dead to rights. The tag was in time, but the ball was dropped. Coronado scores. That's a tough break. So the fielder's choice allows Estrada to reach. Laguna's cut down. Man, that's a tough break.
That's a play you don't see very often from De Leon. He's one of the sure-handed catchers in the district, one of the better defensive players on this team. And a ball like that, as you make the tag,
I might argue that the ball came out during a transfer to throw. At least I'd try and make that argument if I'm the manager, but it does not look like that was a winning argument. as the run counts. Second run of the inning. And now with one out and a runner at first base is Angel Estrada. The Lopez brothers make their first appearance of this inning. Marco Lopez. First pitch, swing and a miss. Noel Lopez is on deck, followed by Angel Estrada. Lopez has 2 sacrifice bunts today and a pop-up to the first baseman as he takes that pitch low, 1-1 the count.
Wouldn't surprise me to see another sacrifice bunt here to move the runner over to second.
I think
with
with
one
a
out.
6-0 lead, they're going to let guys swing a little bit more. That one misses high. Earlier in the game, I'd say yes, but here in the 7th inning with a 6-0 lead, I think the goal is just trying to add on. Foul out play, but still give your guy a chance to swing the stick a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lopez has had a nice game defensively for this Texans defense. This one fouled back out of play. Oh, almost a nice play there. Almost had it. Couldn't quite hold on. Oh, hit him with the curb music. I love it.
In and out of the hand.
Bump, bump.
One of the fathers here on the right-hand side of the stands.
2-2 pitch, just low. There are many times I feel like Larry David walking around in this world, getting into arguments with people. There's a payoff. Low, ball 4.
I don't know, I tend to relate more to Jason Bateman walking around certain places in the world, waiting for the unexpected things to happen to me.
Is that a Arrested Development reference?
A little bit of Arrested Development, a little bit of Hancock reference. Just waiting for something to fall in my car. They were flying by.
Yeah, that's a movie I haven't heard about in a long time. Hancock. Here's a bouncer towards short. Could be 2. But a second is dropped. Could not hold on. Caber at second base. It looked like a fine throw, but that will load the bags.
Scoreboard operator, put that as an E6.
E6 or E4? Looked like a pretty good throw.
E4.
Second baseman Angel Estrada.
E4.
4 errors on the board for the Volunteers tonight.
This is what we saw last week with Arlington High School. Struggling to make the simple plays will hurt you. The umpire is taking some shots. I think the amount of times the umpire's been hitting the head might explain why the strike zone has changed throughout the game. He's had 3 different concussion protocol type events.
The strike zone just gets smaller and smaller as his vision just shrinks with him. Those concussions, they do it to you.
So now the bags are loaded. Angel Estrada at third. Marcus Lopez at second. Noel Lopez at first. And Angel Estrada at the dish. Yes, you heard that right. Showing bunt. Pops it up. Could be a chance for 2, but the ball is dropped in foul territory. Not going to be an error because it was in foul territory, but that would have got you out of the inning as a suicide squeeze was called, and you would have had the easiest double play of the year. Instead, there's still just 1 out and runners at every base in this 7th inning. The defense has really let the Volunteers down tonight.
This is one of the things we haven't seen much out of Bowie. They've only had 3 losses total throughout the season in tournament play, and they've looked really well on offense and defense, but shut out like they are now. 4 errors, very uncharacteristic.
And if this batter finds a base hit, that'll be a 5th error. Because he would have been out of the inning. So it's not an error right now, but if Estrada singles, it becomes an error. 2 misses outside.
That was a good pitch. That looks like from our angle should have been strike 1. Oh, it should have been strike 3. It was a nice pitch outside, high enough to look like a paint to black.
1-2 misses high and outside, 2-2. And you feel bad for Ferguson, right? Because at the end of the day, he should have been out of the 6th inning without allowing any runs, but an error in right field cost him. And he's got several errors in this inning, wild pitches. There's a 2-2. Sorry, that was a 3-2, I guess. And a walk and a run. I didn't think that was ball 4. It was. So another walk. RBI walk for Strada. Nobody warming for Bowie. Yeah, I'm with the manager here. That was I only saw 3. That was ball 3. Both broadcaster and manager for Bowie and scoreboard operator have that as ball 3. Let's see what everybody else says. I mean, I didn't really color it in though on my score sheet.
It looked like ball 3. The scoreboard had ball 3. I had 2.
That's a sneaky move, man. Trying to just, hey, ball 3, throw your bat and run, and just see how many people you can fool before anybody figures out what's going on.
It worked because
It threw everybody off.
But now they're going to take the run off the board and make them come back and do it again.
Oh man, that's a sneaky little move. I like it. I can't hate the player. Gotta hate the game.
Too bad I haven't learned to access instant replay on the camera yet, because I could go back and do it. It might take me 10
I am
minutes.
100% positive that was ball 3. And
Fans, if you're watching at home, just subscribe to the YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Send us a chat. Let us know that was ball 3 or ball 4.
do we have any comments on my musical performance yet?
And please make sure you subscribe so you can let us all know how you feel about Tim Costello's Blink 182 reference earlier. Musical singing.
3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. And the run will walk in. One extra pitch. The game that was at a very brisk pace has slowed down here in the 7th inning as Ferguson has really struggled. He's about to pitch to his 8th batter of the inning, and it's Sebastian De La Rosa who's looking for his 5th knock of the game.
Interesting to see if coach pulls him out or if he just tries to give him a talk to settle him down to get out of this inning. But the last 2 innings have gone from bad to worse for the Volunteers. They've been in the game. They've had multiple chances to score and tie the game up. But now down 7-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. This lead looks insurmountable.
First thing you got to do is get out of this inning. And the way you do that is throw strikes. That is walk number 1, 2, 3 in the 1 1/3 innings of work for Ferguson. Overall, 5 walks in the game. Popped up. First pitch swinging. Ferguson takes charge and puts it away for out number 2. He does something that no one else had done at this point, and that is retire Sebastian De La Rosa. So a 4 for 5 day will have to be the final mark for the center fielder. What a game for this young man.
4 for 5, 4 singles. Worked his way around on base, did everything that you could ask your leadoff man to do. And Ferguson did something there that a lot of the players for Bowie haven't been able to do tonight. Look a ball into his glove for a sure out.
First pitch is in for a call strike to Salgado. He struck out looking in the 6th inning. He had sacrifice bunts in the 1st and the 5th, and a fielder's choice in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2. Look for his first knock. Here's the 0-1 swing. Miss. See, if I'm Ferguson, I just jog off the mound and act like I got strike 3. See if it works the other way around right now. Celebrate, like throw your arms up in the air like you got the out after 2 strikes.
Now to throw a ball here, like a ball close enough, and just take off running. Sorry, I reached the dugout. Can't help me.
Here's the 0-2. No, you got to do it on the 2nd strike. You can't try and do it with the ball because that'll piss the umpire off. You got to get the strike for strike 2 and act like you thought that was strike 3 and just sell it. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got out of the jam, but not before 3 more runs across the plate. So 7-0 is our score as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning in Arlington, Texas. We'll be back on the Zap Broadcast Network after this.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools LLC. We're gonna make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Arlington, Texas. Andrew Vega looks to get things started. 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks on his day. Ramos still in the game for Sam Houston as his first pitch misses low and away for ball 1.
Quick score update on our other Zach Arnold Productions game. Colts lead Warriors 9-5 over in South Grand Prairie. Top of the 7th inning. Colts looking to get their second win of the season.
2-1 on the outside corner, a call strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don't have an official pitch count on Ramos, but he's going to push him as far as he can go. Here's a little blooper into center field. That's going to be a base hit. That is the first base hit for the Volunteers since the 2nd inning. They've had walks and errors put runners on base, but have not had a knock since Jason Wheeler led off the second. And that's going to do it for Ramos. He will exit this game having worked a beaut. New pitcher in the game. I think it's one of the Estrada brothers. Yes, one of the Estrada cousins, pardon me. Angel Estrada moves from third base to the mound.
You know what that means? When there's a pitching change, it always means a sign of a change, right? The next time you need signs, banners, printed shirts, or other printed materials, Ika Signs. They're the ones to call the local printer. To call 817-617-2229 is the number. Tell them that Zach sent you. We're going to step aside real quick while Angel Estrada gets warmed up. This is Bowie Volunteer Baseball on Zach Arnold Productions.
Now pitching for Sam Houston.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher in the game is Angel Estrada. That moves Ramos to third base. Everything else will stay the same. Brings Caber up to the dish with a runner on first base. Nobody out in a 7-run game. Trailing 7-0 here in the final inning of play. Caber tonight has walked a couple of times. He's still looking for his first official at bat. First pitch misses just a touch high for ball 1. Obviously, with a drop in going from your best pitcher to someone who's not your best, an opportunity for Bowie here to maybe spark a rally. Nobody out. You've got a runner on. Here's the 1-0. Misses high again.
Just a quick stat line for Ramos. Ramos did a great job up on the bump. 4 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, no runs on the board.
Absolutely fantastic in his 6+ innings of work. Defense played well behind him. I think only one error.
Ramos helped himself too with 2 singles and an RBI.
3-0 pitch. One outside, ball 4. So a couple runners to start the inning. Rojas has an opportunity with 2 on and nobody out. And a very quick mound visit after the first batter for Estrada. When he was warming up, you could see the manager trying to make sure he focused on that follow through. I think that was a quick yank. Is there no minimum batter limit at the high school level? I don't think so. So that's all that we're going to see from Angel Estrada. And I think, okay, so Angel Estrada, who was pitching, is going to move to second base. Angel Estrada, who was playing second base, is going to come out. And we have a new pitcher, I believe is how that's working right now.
We're going to step aside real quick while we figure out who the new pitcher is going to be. Zach Arnold Productions bring you Bowie Volunteer Baseball.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
New pitcher in the game is Carlos Loyola. We're still waiting to see what these defensive changes look like. One of the Angel Estradas is out of the game. Let's see who shakes out where. Okay, so the third base playing Angel Estrada moves back to third base. Ramos moves to shortstop. And Marco Lopez moves to second base. Loyola is in the game for Angel Estrada as the pitcher. So just a couple adjustments to be made. And that brings up Rojas, who is 0 for 1. He's tapped back to the pitcher and had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th inning. Again, nobody out. And the difference in pitching now that Ramos is out of the game is extreme. It's the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. 7-run deficit to make up.
Still got Vega on second and Caber on first. Surprised it didn't run there on that wild pitch. That's another Texan in the bullpen warming up. A right-hander.
1-0 is high for a ball. Opportunity. He had a 7-run lead. Your pitcher ran out of gas. You're trying to get those final 3 outs. Here's a 2-0. That's outside for a ball, 3-0. How quick will the hook be on Loyola?
Be interesting to. I don't know if they have the rule like they do in baseball. You have to face the minimum batters, right?
There is no minimum rule in high school.
But in major leagues, it's a 3 batters.
3 batter minimum unless you started the inning. It's a 3-0 on the outside corner for a called strike. So if you pitch the last batter of the 5th inning and then you start the 6th for 1 batter, you can still be yanked after the 1 batter. Here's a 3-1. In the dirt, ball 4. It's going to load the bases.
Let's see if that pitcher warming up out in the bullpen is going to get the call.
Back to the top of the lineup. Turner a chance to do some damage. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Turner reached on an error his last time up in the 5th. He also walked and grounded out.
Turner's still on the hook for that loss, giving up 2 runs in his 5 innings of work on the mound.
It's the first pitch to Turner. That's low for a ball. This could get interesting. Got to throw strikes to get outs, and right now Loyola's having trouble finding the zone. Here's the 1-0. Again, 2-0. He didn't know where that one was, but he thought he should have got the call. Pressure mounting on this Texans bullpen. 2-0 pitch roped down the left side, but foul. Exit Velo was elevated on that foul ball, but could not keep it inside the lines.
I think inside the lines, that would have been deep enough to hit off the 310 wall to left field.
That
Carried
was
all the way to
at
left
least
field.
2 if it was fair. There's a big velo difference between Loyola and Ramos. That one is at the letters for a call, strike 2 and 2.
Some of the pitches look like batting practice pitches. Just the way they release out of his hand.
It's a game of timing, right? When you can throw someone's timing off. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Just the high fastball and came up empty.
The third baseman, number 11, Chris Uribe.
That brings up Uribe. A single, a walk, struck out looking in the 5th.
And that's just very un-Jackson Turner-like there to strike out on. To strike out, period. He doesn't strike out very often for this team. He's usually pretty good at getting the ball in play on quick contact.
Uribe takes a pitch at the knees for a called strike.
Typically the same way your De La Rosa for the Texans gets leadoff singles. That's what Jackson Turner is for this Volunteers team. So to see him go down on a strikeout like that is very, very uncommon.
One pitch is hit into the air, right side. Coming over is the second baseman. Lopez makes the play. There's going to be a play at the plate. It is in time. That's the ball game. A double play as Lopez cuts down the runner for out number 3. Bowie is shut out here tonight. Let's take a quick break. Final score 7-0. The Texans take this one. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this ball game up for you on the Zap Broadcast Network. What an exciting finish from Arlington.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome into the John Wade postgame show, where your Bowie Volunteers fall to the Sam Houston Texans 7-0, and the game ending on an exciting double play. Tim, we saw a lot of good for Sam Houston, a lot of bad for the bats of Bowie. What is your takeaway from the game for the Volunteers, and what can they work on going into next week?
Defense let them down tonight, John. They made 4 errors. Really should have been 5 when you consider the dropped pop-up sacrifice bunt that would have been double play. I thought overall Turner pitched pretty well, but again, the defense didn't do anything behind him. And then at the other end, you ran into a buzzsaw and Ramos. He was absolutely fantastic tonight. 6 innings of work, 2 hits, 4 walks. You mentioned the 10 strikeouts. Guy had it going. Guy had great control of his breaking ball early on and really throughout. And then as the game got better, I thought his fastball got a lot better too. And then he really got into a groove. They went from the first hitter of the 2nd inning all the way to the first hitter of the 7th inning without getting a base knock. And at one point from the 3rd inning on, he went strikeout, 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 walk, sacrifice bunt, error, strikeout, strikeout to get out of a jam, right? So even the one moment he was in trouble, and I said at the time, hey, this could be the ball game. In that 5th inning, he wiggled out of it and got 2 Ks. So at the end of the day, if I'm Bowie, I don't worry about this that much, right? Sometimes you just run into a pitcher who's got it going that night. And to me, that seems like what happened here. Then in the 7th inning, you kind of had a chance to really do some damage and maybe got a little bit antsy. Maybe, that guy was Loyola was not throwing as hard as Ramos was, and the timing was just off a little bit there.
Yeah, the only thing for Bowie though is that this same pitcher Ramos last season hit Bowie in a game that they end up losing. So like you said, it's not something you should worry about too far going forward. But now you know for next time, if you play Ramos again, he has your number. Back-to-back years, he has a no-hitter, and then he has a shutout. He's just one of the guys you can't hit. You mark it up as, well, we move forward on to next week.
I don't know about maybe that as much as you got to take a different approach, right? You and I talked throughout the game of they weren't attacking his breaking ball. They really laid off the breaking ball tonight, and to their own detriment, it seemed like to me, because the breaking ball was hittable, but they just didn't want to pull the trigger on it, and that led to 10 strikeouts and a small village left on base for the Volunteers tonight.
Volunteers end up falling 7-0 to the Sam Houston Texans. The first district loss for the Volunteers moved them 3-1 in district play, 12-4 overall on the season. Next week they will take on the Martin Warriors. Tuesday, the first game will be at Martin. Friday, the game will be here at Bowie High School. We will be here for both games. Next Friday, Vernon Wells night. Make sure you guys come out if you can. If not, listen to us. Zach and Tim Costello will have the call. Fans, let us tell you about our post-game sponsor, John Wade Roofing. John Sr. played for Arlington High and was the team MVP in 1976. He also played for TCU and UTA, earning all conference honors and conference championship honors. After a stint with the Houston Oilers, he started roofing in 1982 and never looked back. His legacy on the gridiron is now matched by the legacy the company has built in the community for over 40 years. So the next time you need roofing needs, gutters, painting, solar, or more, call a family that does more at 817-265-5520. Thank you, John Wade Roofing. Thank you to all of our other sponsors, Taqueria Taco Express, Chapman Cornelius, Ika Sign. Appreciate everybody and their support. Zach on our productions. Final takeaway, Tim.
Final takeaway is, hey, congratulations to Sam Houston on getting their first district win of the season tonight. They only had one all last year, and this team looked pretty good tonight. So I hope that they continue to play well. But hey, I think Bowie's going to be okay. Some plays went against them tonight. Play a little better defense to right in this game.
That's going to do it all for us at Bowie High School. Zach and Pops, they're covering the rest of the Arlington High South Grand Prairie game. Last I looked, Arlington was leading 9-5 in the top of the seventh. So if they're still playing, check over on Zap's network, see how that game ends for the Colts. But for us here at Bowie High School, for Tim Costello, I'm Jot Holly. Volunteers fall 7-0 to the Sam Houston Texans. Thank you everybody for sponsoring us, to listen to us. Make sure you subscribe, like.